Hey guys, and welcome to my end of the year wrap up. The first topic I'm going to be talking about is my overall year, and the first thing I'm going to be talking about is roommates. My roommates were literally amazing, and I couldn't have asked for any better roommates. We all got along, we didn't have any issues, we all stayed roommates all the way up into the end, and I just want to send a shout out to them. You guys were literally so great, and if you're watching this video right now, I wish you guys nothing but the best next year, truly. I just want to wish you guys a good summer. I know you guys had some good plans, and I want to wish you guys a good year, I guess, rest of the year. Next, I'm going to be talking about classes. So, first semester, my classes were pretty moderate. They weren't like super hard, but they also weren't like super easy. They were like average college classes. But second semester, yeah, kicks my butt. Was an understatement, to be completely honest. And it really was only two classes. I unfortunately have to retake those classes next semester, but I am, very optimistic about how I will do on those classes next semester, not just passing them, but also getting the grade that I want. So I guess I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to take these classes again because I know some of these classes are really hard to get into. So I'm just really grateful to be able to take them again. Overall, my experience outside of that, though, I did have a lot of fun. Freshman year was a year of growing and showing it. I think my biggest thing was I loved showing who I was and getting to grow as a person, but not only grow as a person, but grow into the person that I want to be. So I think that that was a really big thing for me. Also, establishing friendships. I have made friends with some lovely and amazing girls and guys, and they have been literally so amazing. They've made my experience at OU so much better. Having that community was something that I didn't really have first semester, and it kind of made it hard, but because everything else was so much better, like my classes and stuff, it didn't really hit me until the beginning of second semester that I felt like I didn't really have much of a community um, of people that not only I could hang out with, but also lean on. And it was really nice to know coming out of freshman year that I did establish those friendships with people that will be carried on into next semester. Overall, I give my freshman year a 7.5 out of 10. It definitely could have been better. I definitely had some like god awful experiences because I'm literally a pre-med major, biological sciences. I'm actually not biological science, I'm human biology, but still in the arts and sciences, and they literally put us through the ringer. And to all of my um arts and sciences girlies, biological sciences, human biology, any kind of biology pre-professional, you are doing amazing. You're literally doing so amazing. And I wish there would have been someone who had the same experience as me, but obviously I have a unique experience. Um, there is so much out there at OU. There are so many different kinds of people. There are so many different kinds of organizations. And if you don't put yourself out there, you will never know what is right for you. You are a small fish in a bigger pond. You're not in the biggest pond, but you're in a bigger pond, and you should explore every inch of that pond. You are literally, this is the time of your life to explore and make mistakes and join clubs. I go to those events because you don't even know like what clubs you like or what clubs you want to do until you go to events and for those clubs and stuff. So I would just recommend putting yourself out there. And the biggest thing that really helped me was have something to look forward to um, when coming back. I know the freshman blues is a thing and you get really homesick, and I Didn't have that experience until second semester. I didn't really have that experience first semester, but I did have it really, really bad second semester. You should have a reason to come back. Have a club, have an activity, have a job, have friends, a community, have something that makes you want to and look forward to coming back to your school, because that will make all the difference in whether you are able to stick it out or get weeded out. So, for my biological sciences and pre-professional girlies, that is a little bit of advice for you, because that is what I kind of learned is you have support, you just have to reach out and grab it. And sometimes that can be really hard, especially when we're going through all that we're going through in school. We kind of feel like we're isolated and that we're the only ones going through these experiences. But the truth is, we're not. And we're so much closer to each other than you even think, going through the same things. So, 7.5, it was overall great. I would change a couple of things, but overall, everything was meant to happen the way it was meant to happen. So, it was a 7.5 for me. Moving on to the second thing, we are going into what I am doing for the summer, and some things that I've just been up to. So, first, I started school at the Ohio School of Phlebotomy, to get my technician certificate, and I the workload is really light. It's really light in comparison to the workload from last semester. So it's definitely felt like a breeze compared to that. The reading is manageable, the studying for quizzes and stuff like that is also manageable, so that's been really nice, but it's also been something for me to do outside of just, watching YouTube and doing hobbies and stuff that I haven't really gotten too much hobbying, but you know. Um Another thing I'm going to be doing this summer is I'm going to be flying to Florida for a space conference. Shout out to my partners in crime with my with our project. We're going to be doing a presentation on our space flight that we have in October. And so that's going to be really exciting. We are getting together with that, and all the details for that will come together in the next couple of weeks. And I don't really know if I'm going to update you guys all that much on that, but if I do, it'll be a lovely surprise for you guys. Some other trips that are planned are just a couple of family trips that we have. We have about three, a couple of short trips down to see my grandparents, and then one trip to Myrtle Beach, which will be really fun. That's going to be our big family trip that we're going to do this year. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really excited for that too. Moving on to said hobbies that I haven't done. I need to go through my art supplies, and I really need to use my art supplies, but that is not a hobby that we'll be talking about today. So far, I've really just been watching a lot of YouTube and catching up on TV because I didn't get to watch a ton of TV while I was in school. And another thing that I did keep up with actually while I was in school is reading. I did a lot of reading at night at the sacrifice of my sleep, but I really, really love reading. Reading is literally like a part of me. I have been reading since I could read. I love books and I've always loved books my entire life. So if you didn't know that, now you know. A couple of books that I have already read or started reading, is I read Twisted Games by Anna Hong, and I rated it 4 stars. It was good. I liked the slow burn. I loved the romance. I loved that it was very realistic because it is realistic fiction. And in the aspect of like the romance, it was a lot more realistic than some books that I've read. And I also like that Anna Hong in this series, the Twisted series, or as far as I read Twisted Love and Twisted Games. They've been realistic with the love stories. We don't have any like crazy things. Another book that I am currently reading, I am about 130 pages in, is Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I am right now sitting at about 3.5 stars. I really like it. It's like a kind of a diary of Evelyn Hugo's life and her climb to fame through her seven husbands, and that is not a spoiler because it's literally on the back of the book. And I really like it so far. I hope that there's like something more that picks up a little bit more throughout the book. Other than that, it might drop in its rating for me, but that's just because I don't know, just not my genre, you know. But I'm testing out other genres. Um, yeah, I think that's really it for hobbies so far. I will update you guys on hobbies later on. The third topic that we will be going over is what am I going to be doing next school year? The big, big, big thing of next school year and my plans for next school year and what I'm going to be doing. My class wise, obviously, I'm going to be retaking those two classes, but I also have anthropology, medical terminology, and child psychology. I'm really excited for child psychology because it's getting into my minor. And I also got the job as an RA. So I'm going to be moving in quite a bit early. Um, but I'm really excited because I get my own room and I get to be an RA, and I'm really excited to be an RA. Anyone who's like family has probably heard me talk about being an RA in the last like couple of years because before I even knew what it really meant to be an RA, I wanted to be an RA, which is literally so insane because I didn't even know it really came with benefits. I just thought it was a job and like you got paid like, like a campus thing or whatever. But honestly, being an RA is such a great opportunity for students. And if you have like something like that at your school, I would recommend take that advantage. Yeah, I will keep you guys updated on that though. I'm also going to be continuing my previous job at the market. I did not get the flower job, and I also don't think I'm going to shoot for the flower job because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be staying at the market. If it was up to me, I would try and stay there all 4 years just because, I do like it there and I do like the people there and it's definitely a lot different from my last job where I wasn't very fond of the environment and that's actually why I ended up leaving that job and moving on somewhere else and I'm really happy that even though I took a little bit of a pay cut, it wasn't enough of a pay cut for it to really matter all that much that I was moving jobs. So I'm really happy with the decision that I made to move jobs. And next thing is going to be burnout. I experienced some really, 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 really crazy burnout between the end of first semester and the beginning all through second semester. I felt like I had to be on autopilot because I was moving like every single day. Like it was literally like I was in survival mode and I literally had no choice but to move like I was in survival mode because I genuinely had like no more energy left to even try and do anything other than read or like occasionally watch like 30 minutes of a TV show before I have to leave for school. It literally would take me like 2 days to watch a 2 hour movie. So just to preference, like, and I really only watch TV when I'm in the room. So I would like watch, a little bit in the morning, a little bit at night, a little bit in the morning, a little bit at night because I really wasn't in the room all that much. And I would go through like phases where I would be in the room for a couple of weeks. I would be in the room every day, all day, pretty much, except when I wasn't going to class, and those would be like right after exams and stuff like that. But other than that, I really, really was not in the room. I kind of lived in the library second semester, and then first semester I lived in the den. I don't know where I will live next semester. Hopefully in my room. But that is also to be determined. And our last, fourth, and final topic is going to be what is going to be happening with this channel. I have thought a lot long and hard, and I don't want to end the channel, but I also think that the way that I'm going with this channel, I don't know if I'm going to be able to maintain it the way that I'm going. The content that I'm making is just not the content that I feel like motivates me anymore, and it was something that I was really passionate about at first, and now I don't really know if that's what I want to do. I can't really say for sure what kind of content I'm going to continue to make, but I will say that I will probably be making more life content. I don't even know where I was going with that. Anyways, I'm probably going to be making a lot more like life content and a lot less content. I think that making school content and doing school at the same time was stressing me out a little bit, so I feel like I need to pull back on that a lot of bit in order to be able to actually put out videos. And I don't know. I want to make more fun videos and stuff like that, but I don't really know how my channel is going to look, and I don't really know what kind of content is going to be on my channel. So, that is also to be determined. I will still be filming during the summer, just kind of like hobby stuff, maybe some bookish content if you guys like book stuff, but I don't really know yet. Anyways, on that note, I am going to be concluding this year's wrap up. Um, I wish that it could have been with my roommates, but we just could not kind of. The last couple of weeks were literally insane, and Claire ended up moving out. The last couple of weeks before moving out were literally so insane that um, we just had no time. And with finals and everything, I had literally I had 3 pre-finals and I had 5 finals, and it was literally like insane because I was on the cusp of passing the class, not passing the class. It was just so stressful, and so I was not able to do that. But if you guys are seeing this video, and you guys do want to do something maybe next year, maybe during the summer, hit me up. I am usually always free. Anyways, coming to a conclusion, thank you guys for watching my end of freshman year wrap up. I had a great time sitting with you guys and talking, and I'm going to have an even grander time editing this video because it is only 20 minutes long, and so it only should be 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of the people who watch, the few people who watch, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.